All of what we do at Mahala's Hope really comes together in teaching them how to remain in long-term recovery. So, we do a lot of different tools, a lot of different exercises, real-life experiences. We want them to transition home, so we give them extended stays at home on a weekend with their families. And we are very different from other programs, not just because of the horses, but really we're a transitional residential. So what that means is that women have completed treatment somewhere else, and they're not ready to go home, and they need to have a transition time. Or it may be somebody that has been through treatment several times and continues to relapse. And so then they come here because, again, we offer some very different components to our programming that I think make a significant difference for women in recovery. Jamie is our counselor who does an amazing job.
What I enjoy about Mahala's Hope is our empowerment approach with women. I want women to believe that they are able to secure recovery. Treatment needs to be centered on the entire individual, because if not, we're only addressing one piece, and that's just not sufficient. So we do a lot of healthy eating, coaching on that, a lot of exercise and fitness, so addressing the individual as a whole, but also recognizing, I think too, that a lot of women have passed, and those things come into play with their current behavior, their current lifestyle, and that needs to be addressed to develop some additional coping skills to manage that, I guess, more effectively.
If you can imagine somebody who has maybe been in an abusive relationship, many of our women have, or maybe still are, and have no self-confidence and have no ability to have a voice, and suddenly they can ask a 1,000-pound horse to go in a certain direction or to stop, and they do. It's really fun to watch that process and then to see their faces when they're successful at it. Nobody chooses to be an addicted mother, and we can get into recovery and we can be very successful and we can be great parents, but given the chance, given the tools, giving opportunities to learn how to do that. And so that's one of the gifts of Mahala's Hope is we do a lot with families and moms and kids, that their children can be with them on the weekends.
One of the most special moments was again when my daughter was here, and she was a year and some months, and we were playing a puzzle piece, and there was just a moment where all of a sudden, like, this joy, I don't know I can't explain in words, but afterwards I was reflecting on it as her and I went back to that moment. And in that moment, I was in the moment and I was present, and I felt that because I knew at that point, like I fell in love with her for the first time. Not at the hospital, but then. And that's when I realized that, like, I had not always been present. I had not always been in the moment with my children.
One of the things I talk a lot about is the ripple effect for women. When we think about how many people are impacted by one person in recovery, you think about the children, but you think about if she has siblings, if she has a partner, parents, grandparents, all those people are impacted by her long-term recovery.
And I'm proud, to be able to say that, this is why, I came here and I put in the work and I had this foundation and the support to do that. And then I want to further extend that and then be that light that leads them on their recovery. To make it here, it's just like, I know that they'd be in good hands, because I know what it offers and I know what it can do, and the transformation and the hope and years down the road with what you can become.
Sometimes it can be very difficult for our women because of maybe their past records, and we just look for people to give them a second chance. I think we all in life, I don't think there's anybody that couldn't have handled a second chance at some point in our lives. And any part I can play in making it better for women and their families, I will gladly do.